Live from Denver, Colorado, this is your motivational, sensational, inspirational, educational, aspirational, international, keenly awaited, daily created, highly anticipated edition of the Afternoon Swing Trading Floor with your humble host, Jeremy Alexander Newsom, Matt Robinette, and your boy George over there. Folks from around the world, team, friends, fans, and family, thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you are having a terrific Tuesday. Robin Steckel, first to say hello. Terry, what's up, my good man? Someone renamed their Zoom handle to Grizzly Adams Beard. What's up, bud? Oh, how's it going? Yeah, it's wild in here. I look like a homeless person. Adam Gray says, what's up, guys? How's it going? Bob says, that's an epic beard. Yeah, we're just been hanging out in the man cave all day. So look at this, our setup right here. Check that out. So we got one screen, we got a few screens, we got the coffee pot over there, we got the microwave, we got the waters. We never have to leave. We're just sitting here trading all day. Philip says you fit right in. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Albert says looks fun. We've been having a good time. Having a really good time. All right, well, just in case there's kids or dogs, I'll turn off the video because I don't want anyone to get upset. All right, broader markets. We gapped down today. Let's see if Matt Robinette his brain still works because I've just been putting him to work. Matt, what type of gap is that right there?
Bullish retest.
Did we retest today?
A little bit.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Bullish retest gap. This is the retest of the retest gap. So from here, a little bit of a small high wave candle. Weekly chart is still bullish. We got a nice hammer. Folks, I mean, again, unless I'm just not a good trader, I would imagine if we take this out, we're just going to continue higher. I don't know why we wouldn't. Especially if Tesla does that. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is just going to be moon Lambo. So yesterday we talked about when am I going to cash again? So if we hit 400, before the end of the year, I'll probably go all cash again, other than crypto, even though I did sell a Bitcoin or two today at my target. So I have a lot more cash today than I did yesterday. If we hit 400, I probably will sell some more shares and options and stocks and all that kind of good stuff. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just saying if, right? The Qs still look good. They do. So this is the NASDAQ. You got a nice little trade. Today, technically, we did make a higher high and a higher low, barely, but we did. So my expectation tomorrow, George is a big fan of playing the NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ, let's see, if we go to a 15-minute chart, and I'm just going to look at the support resistance on the 15-minute. Best case scenario, I would really, really like to pull back down to here. This is 287.38 on the Qs. And that's based off this hammer. I don't know if we're going to get back down there immediately, but if we don't get down there, then maybe like 291. Edward says, will this gap fill soon? This one here, I don't know, man. Most likely at some point, yeah. I mean, I could see us doing one of those. That's possible. I could see us doing one of these guys, trading higher and then having a big crash and then bouncing. I could see that. There's all kinds of things. I'm not sure. But yeah, this gap would fill. It's a very fillable gap. We don't have to just never, ever, ever see that fill for anything to work out. Yeah, it could definitely fill. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, let's just kind of keep a cool, calm, collected plan for tomorrow and let's just see what happens. But the broader market, it does look a little more bullish. The IWM still looks really strong. Right, white candle gapping up was a retest gap. Today was the retest. Here's the weekly chart. Weekly chart looks like a powerhouse. I mean, and remember the IWM, that's like the airlines, that's the cruise lines, that's all these small, small cap companies as well. That's what can help us slowly grind higher in some of those markets. Philip Williams, are you finally profitable on Boeing? I heard a rumor you've been in Boeing for like 5 whole months. You had to wait 5 months to be profitable in a trade, man. I'm so sorry. What a travesty. Terrible. 5 whole months. So let's go look at some stocks, shall we? The broader markets, they look strong. I don't know what else to say. JD.cap. So JD.com had earnings. Today you had a small gap up, a little bit of a high wave bear candle today. And again, if we go into the 15-minute chart, we're just drawing support resistance. This is one that my boy Matt Robinette crushed today. Absolutely nailed the analysis before market open. I did record it just in case you want it for future reference. So here is the, this was the pre-market. And I was like, yo, Matty boy, where is the nice pocket of liquidity on this one? And Matt, without even thinking, was like 86. If it comes into that gap, buy it. That's where all the stops are, right? So it came down, it bounced. Mike played that bullish as well on JD. And yeah, JD.com, just a really, really good retest of that gap. So boom, there it is. There's the fill and there's the bounce, right? Buy low, sell high. It works, people. But anyway, we could do that again tomorrow. I mean, today's a nice little bear high wave candle. If it gaps up and continues higher, keep going. And that's really all I got on JD. I don't have any position in this one right now, but a few people are in this, and look at this stock. Oh my gosh. Can you guys believe that I was buying this at 20 back in 2018? How awesome would it be to still be in that? But like a dummy, I sold around like 43. What a noob. Third biggest e-commerce company in the world, and I sold at 43. You know? Third biggest e-commerce company in the world. Like, yeah, 43 is good enough. Let's just get out there. So anyway, JD, just stay bullish on it, I guess. Okay, so Amazon, a lot of people are asking me what I want to do on Amazon. And this is my current plan. I'm beginning to craft right now. So Amazon did not close above the blue line, AKA the 100 simple moving average. Now, I don't think that this is going to happen on Amazon, but if Amazon gets down to 29.50-ish, I'm going to get in. And the way I'm going to get in is with a March debit spread. 4,500 debit spread if Amazon gets down to 29.50. That option spread would probably cost you maybe $2,800 for a potential $46,000 profit. Now, before you think that's amazing, Amazon would have to do this for that to work out. But could it? I mean, it's possible. It's unlikely, but it is possible. I would probably, knowing me, since I just told you the JD.com story, I'd probably sell there and make a 200% return on the option and miss out on everything else. So most likely that's what I would end up doing. But I am planning on buying Amazon. The question is just where. And obviously, someone once told me you want to buy low on some stuff sometimes. So buy low, sell high. It did not close above the 100. I'm going to be a little patient. Now, what if Amazon closes above the high of today? Could we then set up a plan to buy the retest after we close above the high of today? What do you guys think? Edward says you could plan to do that. Are you sure, Edward? Are you sure we could come up with a plan that far in advance? Yes, we could. We could indeed. So that's going to be the answer to George's question. He was interested in playing Amazon. That's kind of my thoughts on the Amazon. Datadog, also known as Datadog, DDOG. So Datadog, your boy Robert Falco got you in on this trade on Datadog. So let's just go review that trade setup really quick. Falco, you moving your stops or anything on this one? 86.30 with a stop at 78.30. And right now it's at 88.09. Robert says he's not going to move a stop yet. So we're just going to wait it out and see what happens. But really good pullback, good entry. Morningstar reversal on Datadog. Let's hope for the best on DDOG. But that is a swing trade that a lot of people are in. Type in a 9 if I paid special attention to FSLY yesterday. All right. So now type in a 19 if you made money from that analysis. So here's the 5-minute chart on FSLY. And the analysis that I talked about yesterday was, hey guys, watch it to take out the high of yesterday. Hive yesterday was taken out in the first 3 minutes, and then it retested perfectly, and there was your R's. Later in the day was a day trade that I talked about as well when I was on the microphone, right before I got off the microphone. And that worked out for almost an R. So FSLY, kind of a cute little trade. Definitely a good bullish pop today. I'm happy to see it up 3.5%. It's better than being down 3.5%. So team, I like this one. I mean, this is everything that we could possibly want. I'm not saying it's going to just rocket ship, but I am saying if it gets up to 86.50, I'll be pretty profitable on this position. Because remember, I was buying all down here, you know, pyramid, getting filled, double bottoms, adding to the position. Mo says, where'd you think of selling a bit? Right there. The blue line, AKA old support, new resistance, AKA $86.50, AKA the 100 simple moving average on the daily. You can also get into a nice little collar there. Maybe we sell a covered call. Maybe we buy a protective put. You know all about collars, Mo, because you are a beast. So that's really it on FSLY. Really nice gap. If you guys took advantage of the day trade analysis from yesterday, very well done. Next on the list is pin interest. And Pinterest, look at this hammer. Wow. So good. So good. A thing of beauty. So just the perfect hammer. And there's a lot of traders in on Pinterest. I am one of those traders. So I am definitely on Pinterest. I do have a December $80 covered call on Pinterest. So if it gets up there, I will be selling some positions. Now, the big question is, will Pinterest get to 80? And that I don't know for sure. The trend looks great. The hammer, I mean, this is a thing of beauty. So if you're doing market scans for hammers not too long ago and you saw this thing, I mean, guys, come on. You know, that's free. That's a free setup. My boy Matt Robinette would have taken that trade. Absolutely. There we go. There we go. Matty the man. That's what I call him. Anyway, so 5 white candles in a row. Another nice hammer yesterday. What I would look for on this one is just a pullback and then buy the dip on Pinterest. Momo is still long. So if I turn on the Momo indicator, Momo got long on the 12th and you got some hammer. So we're still long on Momo if you're in on Pinterest as well. Okay, next on the list is JKS. And JKS, I'm not sure what this thing is doing. She got some really nice consolidation. Really, really pretty consolidation. So yeah, this is good. This is good. I think earnings is coming up on this one. Yeah, it does look like earnings is coming up. Okay. Well, I don't know exactly what I would do on this one. I'm probably going to wait and just play it and just day trade the gap or swing trade it after earnings have come out. I'm going to wait on JKS. No trade for me right now. Let's just wait until earnings. All right, ladies and gentlemen, everyone was requesting Bitcoin today. The fake internet money that doesn't actually exist. BTC USD. The thing that no one likes because you can't hold it. Bitcoin. Hit one of my targets today, and I was able to sell a few on Bitcoin. And by a few, I mean 100. And yeah, 160,17654.32. Nice. Nicely done, squadron. Very, very beautiful. Good trade. So every time we looked at Bitcoin, the only analysis has been long. So Jay says, wife gave me so much guff when I bought it a year and a half ago. Nice. Well, hey, man, I mean, she's not mad at you now. So that was a really good trade. Now, I still have some, right? I still have some Bitcoin left. Edward says, can we hire Mr. Squiggles? Yeah, dude, I thought Mr. Squiggles, like, I thought we're going to pull back to like 12 and some change. Jay says, does she need to know? Nah, I guess not. Man, guys, I don't know. I think Mr. Squirkles is out of business. I think he's broken. In all honesty, if I'm buying a dip, which I plan on doing, it'll be 16,187. So I'm just buying low, selling high. 16,187 would be my next spot. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of resistance around 1940. I know I'm gonna miss some of the top here. Bob says, will we get to 20,000 this year? No. No, I don't think so. I think we're about to start topping out, and we're gonna just chill sideways for a little bit, and then next year we could easily get to 20. Now I say all that. If everyone wants to know in full transparency, Bitcoin is the one thing that I cannot call the top on. I've backtraded Bitcoin at least 46 times, and I miss the top always because it just keeps going. You know, every time I'm like, man, this thing has to pull back, it goes up another 2,000 points. So that's why I came up with the rule: never sell all of your Bitcoin. Never sell all of it. So anyway, I still have some long, and yeah, I'll just leave it alone. I don't have any target for that other position. And then I'm gonna start rebuying on the pullback. I'll start buying 16,187. I'll probably buy some at 15,594, and then I'll load the rest of the boat back in at 14,513. And that's Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum, I know my boy Bob's in Ethereum. And Ethereum is really just getting going. Now, I know Bitcoin is also up a lot. And by a lot, I mean a lot. Ethereum is also up 300% on the year. So that's no slouch. Trade looks good. Chart looks good. Best case scenario for Ethereum is a bullish close above 488 this week. I am just going to leave my Ethereum alone until we get to 700. I don't have as many Ethereums as Bitcoin, but I do have a lot of Ethereum. So I do have a few hundred ETH. Jay says, I heard Ethereum usually is up after Bitcoin slows. Yeah, they kind of move, not necessarily exactly in unison, but Ethereum kind of follows Granddaddy Bitcoin along. Michael says Ethereum is a platform, not a Bitcoin. That is correct. As a factual statement. Yep, so ETH, I'm in. I have it. Target 700. Let's go make some money off some fake money. SPR, Spirit Aero Systems. So this one finally playing out for us. It took forever, but you got the absolute magnificent gap on Monday of last week, pretty much on the whole broader market. So I'm out of those shares. It took forever to win, but hey, at least we won on Spirit Aero Systems. If you bought, because remember, buying this pullback, we played it in May and we won in June, and then we bought dips and we were just holding this thing for an eternity, right, guys? An eternity. And by the way, an eternity in trading is 4 months. I mean, can you imagine holding a stock for 4 months to make 50% return? What a disaster. How horrible would that? 4 months. Oh no. I have to wait 4 months. I want to make money now. I got to pay my bills for my job. Danny says, I have a covered call at 30. Oh, nice. Well, hey, man. Get called away, lock in those gains. So I am out of Spirit Aero Systems from that second trade, and cool deal. That's really it on Spirit Aero Systems. I mean, I don't think these gaps ever fill on some of these stocks, guys. Like that's a gap on a weekly chart. Look at this gap. Look at this. Wow. So strong. And if you're wondering if it can keep going, the answer is yes, it can. It can keep going. It's a really, really good gap. All right, Apple. So Apple, George is looking at playing Apple on a hourly chart. So I'll kind of zoom in and show you what his thoughts are. So here's the long-term moving averages on Apple. And the weirdest thing ever, so George is doing his analysis on it, and he wanted to buy Apple on a pullback off of the long-term moving averages on the hourly chart with the stop below here. Pretty weird. I mean, it's never worked before. You know, there's never been a time where Apple's pulled back to the averages and then bounced. So, you know, is it going to work? I have no idea. Nor George, nor myself know, but we know our risk. We got the risk defined. We got the trade set up. So G Code and myself are ready to rock and roll. And then your girl Allison has a 122.50 covered call expiring this Friday. Is this Friday really the 20th of November, or is that a joke? What's today? 17th? Oh my gosh. Where did it go? Yeah, I don't know, man. Unreal. Unreal. I do like the bear inside candle on Apple. I know Matt is a huge fan of trading Apple. So if Apple opens up tomorrow above the high of today, just be bullish, buy the dip, play it long. It looks good. You know, moving averages are hanging out. Apple on the weekly chart looks good. I mean, it is Apple, so eventually it'll go higher. All right, Cisco Systems. I have no position in Cisco. Oh boy, look at this. Right into the long terms. Cisco. Yep, no, wouldn't touch this one. Let's just move on. If you got it, sell some covered calls, get into a collar, or lock in gains. All right, next on the list is ROKU. George likes ROKU. Hector's in a $44 covered call for December on Cisco. Nice. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense, Mr. Hernandez. Yeah, so ROKU. Grizzly Adams Beard says, I love some ROKU. It looks nice, team. I don't have any position in ROKU right now, mostly because I can't be in everything. I like this candle. I don't know exactly what I would call it. We could call it a hammer. It's something. It's something. But it closed above it the very next day. And then you got a bunch of resistance here. And all we did is just pull back into that old, old resistance, new support. So there's the S curve right there. So if you're buying ROKU, you're buying it yesterday or the day before yesterday, but you're in bullish. You have to be. And that's it. That's all I got on ROKU. So if you're in it, stay in, I think. Yeah. All right, next on the list, LMPX. Lampoon Automotive. All right, LMPX. National Lampoon. This was one of the greatest stock charts I've ever seen back in August. I know I've talked about this a million times, but I just can't. I can't not bring it up again. Look at this volume. So me and George were talking about institutional buying the other day. Is that institutional buying G code?
Mm-hmm.
That's it, man. Look at that volume. That is just ridiculous. Wow. So beautiful. I mean, retest gap, expected to do one of those guys and then ride. That is precisely what happened. And I sold this stock too. I sold it right here, 2nd of September. Oh man. And then this gap happened and I just didn't get back in. I've back traded this one a few times. I laugh every time. You can't not laugh when you take this trade, knowing that you were in it and you miss like a 13-point run up. I mean, it went from $13 to $40, does anyone else, does that blow your mind that if you had bought $10,000 worth of like out of the money options, you would have been a millionaire? Isn't that just like the coolest thing ever? That blows my mind. That if you had bought over here $10,000 worth of out of the money options, you would be a liquid millionaire. That would have been it. Like, it's just so cool to know that this can happen. And once you can really, really see a really, really good pattern and you can just, you know why and where and when, and you have $10,000 as risk that you could take on a trade like that, you can do that. It's amazing. the market is just so cool. It's so, so cool. So anyway, LMPX, I'm going to wait on it. I'm going to wait on it. We are in Workhorse. So we're in Workhorse Group as a swing trade, right? We played off of this hammer back on November 10th. So we're in Workhorse, and we got one of the best candles that you could have gotten on Workhorse as far as a close is concerned. So we got a good close. This pink line is Mr. Squiggles saying what he thinks it's going to do. Doug, you had some shares and a covered call on this one. You know? So Doug, did you sell another one? You still in? Give us some updates. As far as the stop goes, I'm going to wait for the new pivot to form, and then we're going to increase the stop. Most likely to like 18-13 or something on a Workhorse. But we are in that one as a official swing trade. All right, next on the list is SABR, SABR ticker. And this looks like this looks like the rest of the market. Looks splendid though. Wow, what a gap. Guys, these small, tiny stocks, I mean, these things could really, really move. I mean, this gap is immaculate. Look at this volume. Mike says he has calls for June 2021. Sorry, January 2021. Nice, dude. I don't have any position in this one. I mean, it looks good. You are at a target, the weekly 50. So if you want to lock in some profit, Mike says he already sold some. There you go. Well done. Jay Wage says, look at the Momo. Momo entering on November 2nd. You would have had to hold over earnings, but I mean, you know, it did gap up on earnings. So yeah, in general, it looks nice. Don't have any position in that one. Good job, Mike. Hope it breaks out that 50 and just starts crushing. Now, Square. Craig Levine sold some covered calls on Square today, and I don't have any position in Square. Feels weird saying that, but I wish I did. This was a really, really nice day trade that Tony took. So here's the 5-minute chart. I just want to show you guys the trade that this guy took on Square. It was brilliant. Brilliant. So here's the trade setup right there. Well, hold on. So this was it. So big bull candle. Do you guys know how much big bull candles like to retrace? Yeah, about 50%. So 50%, there's the pullback, right? Shave top candle, so you know some people are going to be selling it. So there's the pullback. So Tony goes, okay, how about I do this? I will enter here on a pullback, and I'll set my stop down here. Makes sense? Right, makes sense. So there's the entry. He gets filled, and then he hit target 1. So good. So good. I mean, pure luck, but also, you know, a little skill. A little skill. Someone says that this triggered Momo on Square today. So let's go and look at Square, and yes, it did. So Square also triggered Momo. If you are playing that on SQ, if that's one of your stocks. Also, if you're not, you could always look to buy a dip around 183.41, which is pretty much the same price that Tony bought it today anyway. Square can continue higher, folks. It can. Okay, next on the list, Tesla. John says, does Momo work equally well on daily or 78-minute chart? It works equally well on both. Yes, sir. Now, you have to hold longer on a daily chart, John, than you had to do on a 78-minute chart. So everything works. Just not all the time. Speaking of Momo, Momo triggered today on Tesla. Now, it also triggered the other day on November 6th, and it did trigger with a gap. And if you guys are all wondering, did I fade it today? The answer is no. And if you're wondering why, it's because apparently I'm a moron. It was the most, I mean, even George was like, why are you not shorting this thing? I was like, I don't know, George. Why am I not buying puts? I don't know. It gapped up perfectly to a resistance. I guess it was the 736 texts I got last night saying, Tesla's going to go to the moon. And in my brain, I was like, really? because I thought it was just like an S&P inclusion gap. Like it's not. Every other text I got was just everyone saying I was going to go to 1 million. I was like, wow, man, maybe I'm wrong. So I just kind of doubted myself. It's all good though. I don't care. I thought I was going to gap up and fade higher, but it didn't. Edward says our calls are still underwater. Dude, they were underwater at open. It's unbelievable. Guys, I bought calls down here. It doesn't make any sense. It's so weird. But here's the good news, Edward. Ready for this? Here's the good news. Tomorrow, I think Tesla's going to have another small bearish candle. I think we're going to have a small bear candle tomorrow. And then if we start getting some love on Thursday or Friday, I'm going to buy one more. And I'm going to set my stop there. Hard stop. And if we take out the high of this candle, I'm going to buy more. And we got until March. Someone told me it's not even December yet. Now, they could be exaggerating. I don't know if March is actually 4 months away or not, but if it is, we have a little bit of time. And we're going to see what's going to happen because, guys, if we take out if we can close above this candle, I don't know if we will. After as much selling that happened on Tesla today, I don't. The other day I said that I think it could be we could have a false breakout. I think this is a false breakout. We're probably gonna do one of these again and then go higher. We're gonna eventually go higher, but we're just gonna have to wait. So I'm waiting on Tesla. I'm giving it time. Craig Levine learned a very valuable lesson today about extended hours. Edward says, Elon Musk just launched 4 astronauts into space. Dude, I know. You don't have to sell me. I get it. It's still a gap and go. We're still up 8%. At least we're not down 8%. And I'm a fan. So from here, I'm expecting a little bit of sidewaysness tomorrow. And if we get some sideways action tomorrow, I'm watching very closely for Thursday and Friday continuation higher. And then I'm gonna increase some stops, put some hard stops on the board, and hope for the best. Tesla did fade today, and I missed all of it, because I'm scared. AMD. So shout outs to George over there, making all kinds of money on AMD today. Snagged himself 0.4 Rs. So the analysis on this one, couldn't be easier. Old resistance, ginormous bullish candle. Today gapped up, which makes it a retest gap. Brandon says, what about the after hours lesson that Craig learned? He learned that you can sell shares post and pre-market. That's what he learned. So yeah, AMD gapped up today. It was a retest gap and it pulled back to old resistance, new support, and bounced. That's it. Here's where your boy George bought 83 on the nose. What a beast. Just such a good trade, man. His target was 84 and some change, missed it by, a dime, and then got out for a profit. And then actually came back down to 83.09 and bounced again. So tomorrow, probably on AMD, going to be watching for about the exact same thing. If it gaps up tomorrow, let it trade down to here and then buy it. If it works 2 days in a row, probably should do it 3rd day in a row. That's just my analysis. Phillips 66. Now this stock is really bouncing. This is a brilliant, again, the whole energy thing, I told you guys the low is close on energy. Told you. There's the gap and go. That's just the most brilliant. I've never seen a gap that strong in my life. Look at this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, print off that. Look at this gap. That is a trapping gap. That is so strong. At open, you're trapping 3 weeks worth of people on a weekly chart. That is stupendous. And on the daily chart, look at that. Oh, just getting wrecked. So Phillips 66. Strong. Trading to the 200 today. So that would have been a target, but we really need to watch this. Because again, I mean, it's a great place to sell up here. But if we can get a little bit of a pullback, we got to watch some of these energy stocks, guys. We have to. This is not a presidential statement or a political statement. It's just me saying these charts look good, and we knew oil had to start bottoming soon. It had to. So I'll put on the list again tomorrow. We'll look at it again. Most as I got out of a collar this morning on this one. Got out of a collar. What does that mean? You bought, you sold your puts? Oh, you got out of a collar. Yeah, I'm assuming you just, there's no reason to get out of a covered call. Sold the put. Got it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Bought back the covered call and sold the put. Okay. Got it. Right on, man. Hoping for the best then. Hoping for the best for you, brother. PSX looking good. We will look at getting in at some point on that one. ARRY, Array Technologies. We still have this set up. It still has not triggered yet. And I think if this doesn't trigger tomorrow, I might lower the entry and put it at 40.78, which would allow us to lower the stop a little bit and have a little bit of a better risk reward ratio. So I'm gonna come back to this one tomorrow. This is an official swing trade. If you guys want to get in, 41.92 by 35.42 on ARRY. 4192 by 3542. Next on the list is LI Auto and the Tesla killer. LI Auto trend is up. I mean, it looks, it doesn't look bad. Buy the dip. I don't know what else to say on LI Auto. I mean, is it like NIO? Is it like Tesla? Is it electronic vehicles? Yes and no. Yes to all those. No to all those. I'm not sure. Don't have any position in this one, but you cannot argue that trend. It looks great. Buy a dip on LI if you're looking at playing it. Facebook. So ticker symbol FB. I still want to buy Facebook down here at 240. I don't think I'm ever going to get that shot. What I do like about Facebook is this hammer, though. It's a really pretty hammer on Facebook. Very pretty. So also, if for you, whoever requested Facebook, if you're looking at playing it, you could just play this hammer, right, as a swing trade. Now, again, Facebook could easily be one of those stocks that you accumulate, that you just own, that you're just in, that you're expecting it to go higher. You could easily do that. But you could play this setup on Facebook, playing that hammer. And the really cool news is I would have 2 trade setups on it. I'd have this, and then I'd also have that as an entry there. So my stop would just be like a entry and all that kind of good stuff. So anyway, that's Facebook. Buy low, sell high. Uber, UBER. So a lot of traders in Uber bullish, made it to new all-time highs. Here comes that 10X, Falco. Here she comes. Beautiful breakout, new all-time high. Gorgeous. 10X isn't that far away. Another 2 years, it's at 80. And then it's at 120. And then it's at 195. Or I could be wrong. We'll see. Either way, I'm going to Hawaii. Uber. Yeah, team. I mean, does this monthly chart not look delightful to you? Robert says, if you believe the Tesla story, it'll kill it. Nah, man. I believe the Tesla story. I just believe that they want a partner. Uber knows what they're doing. They're not going to let them get away from it. They're just going to work in unison. Because the thing is, and someone told me this earlier today, not every car on the face of the earth can be a Tesla. But I don't know that, I don't know. I don't know if that's true. But you're going to need other type of vehicles. So Tesla's not going to have the only robo-taxis, you know? Anyway, I like it. I wouldn't be buying up here. This is not the buying spot. This is either the holding spot or the trimming and exiting and getting more in a pullback spot. We'll see. So anyway, that's Uber. We'll see what it does. Next on the list is gold. Gold trading sideways. I don't have any position in the ETF. I do own physical gold, but I mean, who doesn't? Gold. I want to know where the gold's at. Show me the gold. If I'm playing gold, which I do, I just want to buy it around 171. Maybe. Alex says he bought some January 2023 calls today. All right. Very cool. So yeah, let it trade sideways, team. It needs to hang out for a little bit. So me and Alex were talking about back in September that we need to trade up and then just rotate down like this and then eventually go higher. Right, Alex? So I get it. Let gold keep trading sideways for a little bit. Let it keep consolidating. It ran up pretty fast for gold. I mean, this is, 66% in a year and a half. So I'm a fan. I just want to buy long-term options. So yep, give it some time. Twitter, TWTR, consolidating, not doing all that much, but it's just kind of hanging out. So support resistance on Twitter. And let's see if we can break up or break down. Right now, I'm just going to give it some time to do whatever it wants. But yeah, I don't have any position in Twitter. Mike's in it. He says the swing is taking forever. Well, Mike, it can't be forever because it hasn't been 4 months. It's only been 3 weeks. So it has to be something less than forever. What's another term? An eternity. There you go. That was better. An eternity is shorter than forever in trading world. An eternity is 3 weeks. Forever is 4 months. And an infinitely long time is 1 year. Oh, man. So, yeah, sit back and wait on Twitter. I guess that's all I got on that one, man. Big GC. What do we got on Big Commerce? Ooh. Hello. I know what my boy George is looking at. George is a volume machine over there. This guy can spot deer and volume like that. This is a buy zone, guys. Man, this is a strong gap though. Ugh, that's the only thing I don't like about this trade. So what I'm gonna do is just pop into the hourly chart. I don't think Momo is triggered yet. No, Momo has not triggered. Extended hours. Wow. So extended hours are triggered. Here's what I would do. Here's your sign. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do one of those really annoying bullish stop limits with a lower limit. And by annoying, I mean they're really quite genius when they work. All right, so my buy stop will be 70.01. My limit will be 69.13, which will allow our stop loss to be 63.13, which is a $6 stop. And I'll kind of draw what I want. So in essence, I'm looking for this, right? Looking for the stop to trigger. And that's pretty much it. I'll make sure my boy George gets that trade set up as well. Let's pop over here and I'll throw that in here. All right, 11. Today is, the 17th. 2020, Big C, 69.13. Oops. By 63.13. The strategy is not really buy low, sell high, so I'll just put discretionary because it's definitely not a hammer. New official swing trade on BIGC, 69.13 by 63.13. Okay. Grizzly Adams Beards has got to bounce. Have a good evening. May your beards grow plentiful. Yes, I agree. All about the beards. Okay. Big commerce order is set. Well, not set up. I'll set it up tonight. All right. What else do we have out there? Give me a second. NVIDIA. So Lucian says she has exited out of NVIDIA. So she had some shares this one for a while, her and Michael, and she got out before earnings. No idea what NVIDIA will do over earnings, but I mean, the trend is strong. So she's going to be hoping for a gap down, because if NVIDIA gaps down, she's going to buy it, right, Michael? I mean, why would you not? Sell it high and then rebuy it low. So that's all I got on NVIDIA. Earnings are right around the corner, and that's my analysis. If it gaps up, be long. Yeah, trend is still bullish. Pennant pattern's in place. Volume looks nice. An open above 552. Long it goes. G-Man says, please repeat the big C trade. I'll post it here for you in the chat pane, my friend. There you go. All right, next on the list is GAN. And GAN's about to get a setup today, because Ganny Boy has himself a hammer of hammers. That is a hammer setup right there. So this one's going to be 1665 by 1450 grandma numbers. And just in case the trade really works out or does something interesting, I'll throw a target up here. Okay. All right. That'll be a new official setup. Okay. New official swing trade on GAN 1665 with a stop loss at 1450. Okay. 11, 17, 2020, GAN. 1665 by 1450 shares. I think it's a good trade based on a hammer. Open because not triggered yet. Okay. That's GAN. Next on the list, NEO, the chosen one, NIO, gapping down a little bit on earnings. A little bit, not a lot. I did try to short it today, but by short, I mean, I didn't even do anything. So you got a little bit of a flush, and then it kind of rallied back immediately. Now it's just kind of relatively flat. I will be in the day trading room tomorrow and Thursday. I will be watching this tomorrow morning. Yeah. Wednesday morning. NEO. Okay. We'll see what you can do. I'll just watch it. Really, I mean, it's nothing specifically interesting. I mean, it's just gapping down very, very, very small. Let it probably pull back into like what, $40, $38 buy the dip if you're playing NEO. Terry says, if you're traveling, don't we short the SPY? Only when I travel internationally, or if I am not in front of the computer. Yeah, the market only drops when I can't trade anything. So if I'm not there to make money, the market just absolutely tanks. By the way, next time I'm traveling internationally, December 1st. All right, so MELI, ticker symbol MELI. This one's a beautiful, beautiful retest, gorgeous pullback, phenomenal location, and buy low, sell high. Nathaniel says, is December 1st a full moon phase too? Yes. So the market's either going to go up 900,000% or down 900,000%. You're going to have an absolutely gorgeous move early December, and I'm going to miss all of it. So, yeah. But I mean, if I miss all of it, I mean, I'm gonna be in tons of off swing trades, and if everything works out, it should work out just fine. But yeah, team MELI, I mean, you can't be bearish on this one. Buy the dip long term if you want to be in some shares of MELI. Great. Microsoft sideways. It's Microsoft, so that's how I would trade it. That's always my analysis on Microsoft. Is like, oh well, you know, just buy it low enough, I guess, and eventually it'll work. It sounds crazy, but it's been working. So until it stops working. Now this does have some head and shoulder semblances on it. Like that would be, I don't want to scare anybody, but that could be the shoulder, that could be the head, that could be an ugly, ugly shoulder pattern. Nah. No, just probably buy it at 195 again. Yeah, nothing to see on Microsoft. If you're in it, just stay in. Okay, next on the list is Plug. Now, we had some day traders that did fade this one very nicely. I missed that opportunity for some reason. I can't quite figure it out. But here's the 5-minute chart. And I think I did not fade this because I don't know how to play hammers. That's the only explanation for why I didn't get into the straight bullish. I just don't know what that candle is. Otherwise, my entry would be there, my stop will be there, right? I mean, isn't that just the most obvious setup of all time? You even got a double bottom over here. And look at this volume. Like, how am I not buying? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I would have made an R on it. At least some other traders did. Congratulations, Mike, for being a great trader. The daily chart on Plug still looks really strong. Volume was quite stupendous today. So in my opinion, it is a gap down. It is a bear gap and go, but it just immediately faded. So kind of expect one of these guys on Plug. Let it trade a little bit higher, let it come down and trap some people, and then buy that dip if you're looking at playing Plug. All right, we just got 8 more minutes. AMWL, a Teladoc competitor. And this thing looks exactly like Teladoc, just going straight down. Rock in water. Who needs telehealth? Nobody. Everyone just wants to go to the emergency room and talk to Matt. I get it. I get it. Makes sense. Nobody wants to do telemedicine. But kind of joking aside, Edwards' first IPO low. Are we buying this one? I got to plan it. I haven't planned it yet. But yeah, man, if we gap up tomorrow, that could be really nice. I'm drawing the line. I'm going to come back to it tomorrow. How's that sound? And I'm going to watch it all day tomorrow in the morning room too. Robin says that's what we use, AMWL. Hey, man, how you feeling? I'm well. That's how they got the name of this company, I think, right? AMWL Corporation. Got it. Okay. Next on the list is FUV. And FUV just hanging out. So your boy Craig Levine has a $12.50 call, covered call on this one. Because Craig likes cash flow. And that's for January. So I'm going to put Craig L January. Nice high wave candle, good area, good location, decent support, decent resistance. Here's the weekly chart, good close. So, you know, let's find out. I mean, it's a nice lower shadow. It's a good looking pattern. It's a good candle. Let's see if it can go higher. I hope it does. You know, your boy, like I said, Craig's in it. I don't have any position in FUV. Trend is relatively bullish. eBay. eBay's doing jack squat right now. Look at this 200. Now, I do like the fact that you got a hammer. It closed above the hammer. It's bouncing off the 200. This could be a very, very small flag pattern. So here's your flag on eBay. So if it breaks up, gaps up, continues higher, good open, something like that, be bullish. If you bought this low, good job. It's at the 200 simple moving average. I mean, we never bounced there before. So why would we do that again? But it's at a support zone. Weekly chart looks like a thing of beauty. So this is retesting the old resistance back in 2018. Old resistance is new support. So you also have a hammer on a weekly chart on eBay. So yeah, if it takes out this hammer, that does look like a great long opportunity. So if you're looking at playing eBay, long looks like the right direction. SSTK Shutterstock. Wow. Monthly chart has broken out. This is pretty. Okay, weekly chart. This is obviously a wave. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's either that or this is a 1, 2. This is just a ginormous wave 3, which I'm kind of more leaning towards the second. I think it's a giant wave 3, which says to me that the wave 4 can get pretty ugly. I'd probably try to buy it at 63 if I wasn't in. And if I was in, I'd probably just hold on to it and trail my stop. The trend looks nice. No idea what the stock even does, but trend looks beautiful. Trail that stop. Don't hold for the moon. Take your gains and lock in gains when you have them. KCAC, Kensington Capital Acquisition Corporation. It just sounds fraudulent. Probably a SPAC, says Mo, most likely. If it says financial conglomerate, yep. There it is. It's a SPAC. Jeremy, what are SPACs? I don't know, but they're going to make a movie about it one day. It's going to be called How People Lost a Lot of Money in 2020. I'd buy it around 15 with a stop at around 13 if I was playing Kensington Capital Acquisition. But that's it. That's all I would do. Salesforce CRM. Guys, Salesforce is looking brilliant. This is looking nice. I like this little pattern. I like the breakout. I love the open today. Personally, I want to buy Salesforce down here if it gets down there. I know Chad Mosley's in some calls. I know a few other people are in some longer term calls on Salesforce. I'm going to wait, and looks really good. So in general, trend is bullish. Brett says, in your opinion, is ESTC bullish or bearish? Bullish. So yeah, anyway, trend looks good on Salesforce. Moving averages look good. Weekly chart looks good. Trend is bullish. Be bullish on Salesforce. Either buy a dip or stay in. PLTR team, what a great day trade this was. Great day trade on PLTR. Palantir Tech, aka plantar fasciitis. I would like to buy a pullback on this one. This was a really nice runner today. It was. I think we could maybe even get a little bit lower. So I could set this up tomorrow morning because 18 hours would have passed. Let's see what it does tomorrow morning. I'm going to watch on the list, and we're going to see if we can catch this on the pullback team. So we played it today for a nice win, by the way. Really good win on PLTR. Played it like a bunch of pros. And we're going to see if we can get a pullback on this one. Trend looks good. Really good. I love, love, love the fact that it took out that bear volume. I mean, this thing looks brilliant. All right, pay signs, PAYS. Oh, this thing's getting hosed on earnings. Okay. Pay sign, going to go on my list tomorrow to buy the dip on the 200 simple on a monthly chart. Or is it the weekly? Okay, pay signs on the list for tomorrow. I wanted to see if it was going to be a swing trade opportunity because it looks, I mean, if I didn't know how to not hold a random stock over earnings, I would be in this so heavy and just getting absolutely murdered right now. But hey, at least I learned those lessons in 2010, and now I'm able to teach you guys. So, yeah, PAYS. We'll come back to it tomorrow. Nothing on it right now. Beyond the meats. Ooh, beyond the meats. Is that a perfect hammer? Yes, it is. So we're going to have to set up Beyond Meat as a swing trade based on the hammer strategy. Entry there, stop there. Also buying off the 200 simple moving average. Got to play it. Got to. What if it doesn't work? Oh man, wouldn't that suck? Jeez. That'd be the worst. All right, new official swing trade on BYND. 128.01 by 123.01. I think those are the numbers. 120.01. Wow, $8 a stop. Jeez. Okay. Looks like we're getting some swings set up, team. We are getting some swings set up. BYND. 128.01, 120.01 shares. I think it's a great trade based on a hammer. Open because not triggered yet, and that's pretty much it. Edward says, I wonder if I'm gonna get put shares at 125 on Friday. I don't know, man. It's gonna be close. All right, two left. Farfetch Limited, FTCH. FTCH. Wow, talk about a miss, huh? Limit buy at 28.75. Sure. Sure, it's going to go down there. No idea what to do on Farfetch. No position on this. This thing is just an absolute. Every stock in the world is just going straight up except Teladoc. Farfetch. Trend looks bullish. I mean, I don't know. Buy the dip. Stay in long. Can't buy up here, but yeah, just be in it, I guess. Norton LifeLock. NLOK. Trade down to a perfect pocket of liquidity today on Norton LifeLock. So here's the thing. If you're buying it, this is where. I'm not personally going to play it just because I'm not a big Norton LifeLock fan. I actually do use the product. I use LifeLock. It's really not a bad entry. I probably should buy some. The thing is, the stock has gone up 0% since 2004. That's 16 years, realistically, of absolutely garbage. So if I'm looking at this stock, sure, we could make a really quick trade in and out and like maybe make $20, $30 target, right? Buy here, sell at 20, sell at 20 and a half, but nah. Just going to move on this one personally and just say, hey, if it does something cool, great. I won't be in it, but if you're playing it, well done. All right, so tomorrow is Energy Wednesday, same time, same place. And I do have some stocks already ready for tomorrow. ACT, oh boy, what's going on here? ACT, Twilio, ESTC, Etsy, PSX, ARRY, okay, ABX, Upwork, Fuel Cell, Lemonade, WBT, Zoom, AMWL, Carnival, Norwegian, Tesla, Baba, Redfin, Zscaler, First Solar, Cloudera, Chevron, Cron, Apple, GDRX, FCX. Cool deal, team. Well, I'll be here. Same time, same place. And yeah, folks, thank you so much for everything. Until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. You guys rock. Goodbye.